third foul on Devin, fourth team foul, and we still have 5:28 remaining. So Lakers out of fouls.
Both teams out of fouls. This could be a long quarter.
Charlie Villanueva's back in.
That's bad news.
Oh, he was remarkable in that first quarter.
6 out of 8 from the field in the first quarter, or in the first half. He played 12 minutes total, 12 points.
There's Charlie. You can see that head of his. That's not by choice. He suffers from a condition called alopecia, which is premature hair loss. But you know, he has been great with kids who suffer from the same thing. 20 weeks throughout the course of the season, giving kids some confidence. It's not just lip service. He's just one of a lot of great character guys on this team. Here's Odom underneath to Mim, but we had a whistle. That's no basket.
Now the foul was on Bonner on the pass, so Odom will be shooting 2 free throws. The defensive Mim, though, on the other end, blocking Villanueva's shot. Nice pass by Jalen Rose, and good recovery by Chris Mim.
Chris, who leads the Lakers in block shots. Now at the other end, he'll watch Lamar shoot free throws. 7 blocks for the Lakers tonight.
They need 17, the way they're playing defensively.
Well, Lamar's got 2 free throws. Other than that, Stu, Kobe has scored 25 of the last 27 for the Lakers, and it's 77-69. The largest margin for Toronto was 18.
18 in this quarter. There's still 5 minutes and 12 seconds to play here, and the Lakers, with this free throw coming here, if he's successful, which he is, it's a 7-point game. So the Lakers starting to get a little bit of bounce in their step. Kobe has really helped them in that department offensively.
Little full court pressure, trying to change tempo. Bosch just gets it across the timeline. Chris, who can move with the basketball now to Villanueva. Well, he was underneath with nowhere to go, and then was fouled. Oh, Chris Mim.
That's got to be a tough foul for Chris Mim to take there. I mean, Chris Mim says, what did I do? All I did was stand there. He's the one doing the pivoting. Said, well, I have the last say, and I say you fouled him. Let's let him shoot a pair.
12 out of 13 tonight for Toronto. Another make. Let's take a look at it again, see what kind of contact Chris Mim on Charlie Villanueva.
I'm looking. Where is it?
There's no. That's a bad call. In and out. So only one after the non-foul called on Chris Mim. 4:53 remaining third quarter. I'm Bill McDonald in for Joel Myers. Here's Kobe again. Yes, sir. And the crowd's starting to sense it too as he builds up to 47 now. And more importantly for the team, Lakers coming back.
Only down by 5, and Kobe has put him on his back here in the third quarter. And he has been on an absolute roll. 47 points with 4:42 left to play in the third. And they've tried a number of different faces in front of him, but Kobe hasn't seen any of them.
You know what that sound is? It's all the players in the NBA calling each other up right now, saying, get on the tube right now because Kobe's doing his thing.
He's after it yet again. He's made the Lakers last 11 field goals.
He's 8 for 10 in the quarter. Trying to answer back, he can't hit. Lamar Odom's got a rebound for the Lakers. For Lamar, that's his third. Lamar going all the way coast to coast, blocking foul. And Lamar will go back to the free throw line.
And Lamar scratching his head a little bit, trying to think, how am I going to get this first hoop? I'm getting to the free throw line now, but I can't get that first basket, as this time James gets there late. Still moving, gets called for the blocking foul. So 2 free throws coming to Lamar. He's 3 out of 4 from that distance for his 3 points.
Odom averages 15.5 points, nearly 10 rebounds, 5.5 assists a game. He's a 69% free throw shooter, and he hits it, and it's a 4-point deficit for the Lakers.
And that free throw was made for Lily Perez, who's a little under the weather. We wish her a speedy recovery.
And I'll also dedicate that to Jude Harris, Tim's son, who's finally understanding what Kobe's doing. Here's a travel.
Mike James thinks he's going to the free throw line, then he turns around and he says, "You
what?
Called what? I did what?" Well, there's such a thing as a pivot foot, and they're saying that you shuffled it before you put the ball down. which is not unusual here in the NBA.
Full court pressure. Yeah, normally they just turn the other cheek on that. Full court pressure working for the Lakers. Now here is Smush as the crowd starts to chant Kobe. Kobe, fall away jumper, going to be short. Oh, Chris Min, great play. Never came down with it and followed and scored.
That's the right thing for bigs to do, especially because they bring it down and the smalls take it away from him.
You want to give Kobe an assist?
No.
Okay. Here's James. Lob it under Jalen Rose, the veteran. Original part of the Fab Five at Michigan. Turning in low, raked away, and fouled. Could be Smush or Devin from behind. Smush is raising his hand, and it's going to be Smush Parker.
And they're calling it on Smush, and Smush is saying, I didn't do anything. If anything, it's Devin George from behind. But they're saying that Smush is the guy that fouled him. And so Jalen Rose will go to the free throw line and see if he can stop this string by the Lakers. They're only down by a single point.
Jalen had 31 in 23 minutes at the Air Canada Center last Sunday in a big win over the Knicks. You know, this team thinks that they can still get in the playoffs. I mean, when you think about it, in the East, 2 games right now is the 8th spot. You got to really get on a run, but still, you don't even have to be at 500 maybe to get in.
Well, that's why you got to keep just plugging away. And Sam Mitchell's trying to convince his team of that fact that if they keep improving and winning games, they have a shot.
Lamar still looking for a field goal. Now out to Kobe. Right now, Joey Graham's on him, the rookie from Oklahoma State. And on the line, stepped out of bounds. Turnover, Lakers. They're down 80-77, 3.5 to play in the third.
Turnovers are something you obviously you don't like at any time, but when you're trailing and trying to make this tremendous comeback for 18 points, you can't turn it over.
And 14 turnovers for the Lakers, turning into 18 Raptor points. Backing down his Rose. He's got the full record. He's got to get the shooter's touch, and does. Well, they are such a better team with Jalen in the starting lineup, but then the bench has been very productive, Stu. In fact, this is the best bench scoring team in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors.
Well, they use their bench probably more than anybody else.
Whoa, wrap around under the Smush. Great pass by Lamar. Normally, simple passes, simple plays make it happen, but not that time.
Well, that really, for that particular player, Smush to get the ball, that was the only pass that Lamar could throw.
82-79. Open. Grant. He hits it. Unguarded three-pointer from the corner, and Joey's got his first points.
Down to it, back to a 6-point margin here.
Kobe all the way. Reverse layup is good. And Sam Mitchell is beside himself on the sideline about the defense. 49 for Kobe.
Or lack thereof. There was no help at that time as Kobe waltzed his way into the paint.
Well, it's going to be interesting fourth quarter what kind of defense Toronto throws at Kobe. 2, 3 players at a time. Who knows? We've seen it many times, Stu.
Also going to be interesting to see what Field does with Kobe to start the fourth. Does he sit him down like he normally does?
Would you?
No.
Mim, I wouldn't either. Let's go back a moment ago. Lamar wraparound to Smush Parker on the baseline.
I mean, they doubled Lamar on the baseline side, and there was really no way he could get the ball to Smush other than the pass that he made. It was a great pass, and the finish was nice. And what made Sam Mitchell upset was no help against the leading scorer in the league, a guy that is torching you for 49 so far, and you let him waltz his way to the rim.
You know, it's a great thing about that pass by Lamar. That was about a 25, 30-foot wraparound pass. It wasn't just right to somebody, and he had to put some steam on it.
And the other good thing about that pass, he was on the baseline, not completely baseline, but just a foot or two off the baseline. So you wrap around a bounce pass, it's very easy to have that pass hit the baseline, and then that's a turnover. So all of that great stuff then looks rather silly.
Chris Mims, 72%er, makes them both. He's got 12. He's the only other Laker in double figures. 2 minutes to go in the quarter, and that's passed out of bounds.
That was some lob, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Villanueva was going toward the basket.
Kareem on a step stool couldn't get that one. It wasn't even close.
He says, "Whoa, where's that going?" He says, "That's going right out of the exit there," as the Lakers take a timeout. Minute and 55 to play. A tremendous comeback for the Lakers. They're right back in the hunt, down by a 2-point margin.
Nothing quite like a party at Staples Center when the Lakers are in town. Hope to see you here before the year is out. Come enjoy Laker basketball in person. 85-83, Lakers coming back. They haven't completed it yet.